You have a sentient sword.
Let's finish this episode out in Spanish.
I don't know that.
I know un sword inteligente. I don't know what the word for sword is.
Salchichas. That's sausage, but it's like probably the closest we're gonna get to sword.
What's your question?
Okay,
can we just do this?
Yeah. So you have a sentient sword, but the problem is every time you fight with it, like you start fighting with it, it's like way too gruesome, dude. It's like so violent. It kills everybody in this really fucked up way, and it starts killing bystanders and shit. And then like the worst part is after while it's doing it, it's like, oh my god, dude, like Nathan's controlling me. Like I don't have any free will, dude. He's making me kill all you guys. And you're like, no, dude, like I'm not doing that. Like that's not me, dude. That's you. He's like, not only is it making me kill you guys, but we're like best friends. And you try to tell people that you're not best friends with this sentient sword, but nobody believes you, dude. And then he starts talking about how you guys, when you retire, you're gonna start some like fish and chip shop, and you're gonna call it the Swordfish. How do you get out of this situation, dude? This common situation where you have a sentient sword that's lying and is telling people that you're telling them to murder all these people and trying to start some fish and chip shop. How do you get out of this situation? It's crazy.
First of all, I love the swordfish idea. People come in and like, why is it called the swordfish? And then like just the sword like stabs the wall right next to their head, like it just sticks into the wall, and they're like, oh, that's why it's called the swordfish. But why is it the fish? And then just a fish stabs into the other side of the wall. How's that fish so sharp? I sharpened it with the sword. That's why it's called the swordfish.
Dude, he's telling people to get her best friends and roommates in college, and that you were like his best man in his marriage. And that he's like, dude, if I could, I wouldn't slaughter you fucking children, but I have
to. Obviously have to get a sentient shield. I would have a sentient shield, and every time you hit anything against it, he would be like, ow, fuck.
Is he hurt, or is he like a basket?
Is he like a pill?
he's just complaining.
Come on. I'd have a sentient cup.
He's not even gonna fight. He's just gonna be there.
He could smash himself against someone's head. He's a suicide. He's like a kamikaze.
I imagined
it was an honor fighing with you. Sentient cup. Mark. My sentient cup's name is Mark.
Oh, he's like a glass.
What do you think
I imagine like a
no. Remember when I said cup and I didn't say fucking goblet?
No, it's Castlevania world. Cups are goblets, dude.
Some of them are just cups, though.
No, dude. It's everything is. There's vampires everywhere, dude. No one's drinking out of it. Like if you lived in a world with vampires, tell me you wouldn't use a goblet.
It's a regular cup,
okay,
and it says Bass Pro Shop on it, and it's alive.
I know.
And it flies around, and it would do anything for you.
If I was birthed with a tattoo of Bass Pro on my chest, I would get why I would do kamikaze stuff.
If I actually had a sentient sword that was killing people in my name, I would contact like a priest or something. I'd be like, do you know? And then I'd probably kill the priest. And then I would go to a rabbi and probably kill the rabbi. And then I would go to a Muslim, whatever, probably skip over that one.
Wow. Dude, I feel like you would call the priest and be like, dude, there's a sentient sword killing in my name. And he's like, is it Kevin? And they're like, what? And like, is the sword's name? And you'd ask the sword, is your name Kevin? He's like, yeah, I'm Kevin. And you'd be like, yeah, it is Kevin. Like, oh, we don't do that. We don't.
You know what I would do to really fuck with my sentient sword?
What?
I would get him a really nice phone.
Oh,
I would give it to him. And I'd be like, yeah, man, this is whenever you want to talk. Let's call on the phone. I would call, and the sword would just be like, damn it! I want to talk on the phone. And then he wouldn't call, and I'd be like, dude, you never answer my phone call. I don't think we can be friends. I feel like you're always leaving me on red. And he's like, I'm trying. I'm like, look, Kevin, I bought you the phone. I got you the expensive plan. I mean, I don't know what more I could do. I don't think we can hang out. And he'd be like, dude, dude, he would just be like, just set up speech to. I'd be like, I don't know how to do that. You'll have to call the Verizon people to get them to set that up. Dude, he'd be like, no. He would try to take it into the Geek Squad, but the only way he could carry it there was by impaling it. And they'd be like, okay, it looks like the problem is you've stabbed it. And he's like, I know, but also the voice thing. And you're like, it's stabbing it under the plan. And they're like, it's actually not. It actually voids the warranty. Yeah, like, no! And then he would come to you and be like, Nick, dude, it was stolen. They stole it from me, dude. I got mugged. As a sentient sword. They put a gun to me. All I have is this phone that's stabbed through me. Like, we'll take it. What would you do if you had a sentient sword that was killing people and whose name was Kevin? Is he also trying to do the fish and chip shop? No, in your question, he's not.
He's just a
He
murderer.
would if you pitched it, but it has not occurred to him to do that.
Dude, I can hear the video when you're talking. You can't
Hmm?
you can't play a video while you're doing.
I was listening to a funny podcast.
Could you actually just play the podcast over your speaker?
Yeah, right.
So we can just have a good
It's just you
podcast for
asking a
once.
It's just you asking a question and then just Joe Rogan.
No, I'd have to get a sentient. Dude, it'd be like a buddy cop thing. I would have a loose cannon sentient sword.
A loose cannon, sentient cannon. Who just anytime he hears about any trouble, he fires cannonballs. And the chief is like, God damn it! Daniel, what the fuck? Sorry, I get results, chief.
Yeah. No, I would have like a buddy cop thing where you have like a loose cannon sentient sword and then a straight edge
Sheath.
No, a straight
Get in here. No. Yes. Get in here and follow the rules.
Yeah, I was gonna say sheath, but yeah. I'd have a
That's what
straight
I
edge.
said a sheath.
Oh, okay. You just stole my joke. You didn't even finish. You just
Sheath.
said my punchline.
Did you think I said sheep?
I think you said chief,
No, a sheath.
like a chief of police.
No, a sheath of sword.
Yeah, I know. That was
You know
my
what?
bit.
You know what? I said sheep.
Did
it's
you-
a loose cannon sword and a straight edge sheep who's like, bad job.
Dude, did you? I'm just gonna ask you. Did you clearly take the end of my joke? Did you just?
I wasn't sure if you'd get there.
You think I wouldn't get sheath? You think I wasn't going buddy cop sword and sheath?
I thought you were going to say another sword.
Why? Why would
Because
I
you
say
dual
that?
wield. You're about to
Everyone-
stab with your loose cannon sword, and then it blocks with the other sword, and you just keep smacking your swords.
Yeah,
and it makes beautiful music.
They sword fight it in the distance, and that sets a tone for how me and the other person should sword fight with my third sword.
Do you mean your dong?
Yeah.
You fight him with your dong.
I
You're
whip out my
stop
dick.
it, you criminal, and you wag your dick around and
Yeah,
you
and they're
smack
like-
him on the cheeks.
And they're like, don't you think pulling out your dick with two sentient swords is kind of a hat on a hat? Like, isn't that kind of like you already have two? It's kind of like two gimmicks.
Yeah, they're like,
and
a
you're
lot is happening here, and you're like,
Yeah.
eat my dick. But you don't mean literally, you mean like
figuratively.
face my wrath.